Okay, so back with another reaction video. This is a Jubilee. Do all plus size people think the same? And before I start the channel or the reaction, I want to say a couple things about my thoughts on plus size people. And I know there's like a new agenda or a movement to kind of make plus size people sexy or like a fat acceptance, which I'm cool, accepting people that they're big and stuff. But I'll be honest, I'm not. I think big people are unattractive, male or woman. Like if I'm watching a flick and I want the actors not to be out of shape. They don't have to be jacked or fit or have a bunch of fake cosmetic surgery, but just average weight, or not even average, a healthy weight for all performers. It's like there was that one actor what's his name, Ron Jeremy. I think I saw one of his movies and I'm like, I can't watch this. This dude, it just looks nasty, with his gut hanging out and hair everywhere. I'm like, I don't care how. I'm there to watch the chick, but that dude just being in the flick, I'm like, oh, it's just nasty, And I see stuff like that nowadays where, like I just came from picking up some money earlier at a bar. And the bartender comes out from behind the bar. It's a chick. She's about maybe 29, 30 years old. And she has a giant gut. Like the rest of her body is skinny, but her gut is huge. Like almost like she's pregnant, but it's just a giant beer belly. And she's wearing like a crop top. She always does that. She wears a crop top and her gut hanging out, stretch marks and everything. And I'm like, oh man, I don't want to see that. It's just nasty, And she's not the first big girl that I've seen wear crop tops and just have her gut hang out. And I just think it's nasty. I don't want to see it. And if a big dude was walking around with his shirt off like that, I don't want to see that either. I don't want to see nobody's gut. It just screams like unhealthy. It's weird to say, but I think fat is not sexy. Like it's like hair is not sexy. Like hair in certain places, being hairy is not sexy for men and women. Like I was talking to this one chick, great looking chick, had hair on her pits. Like I could see the hair in her pits, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, kind of like, oh man, I don't see that. Like it just kind of like made me feel a certain way. Even me. I don't feel good unless I have my, I trimmed the hedges, It just things look better when they're well groomed. Even this, my beard, when it's just all over the place, it doesn't look good. I know it. I just don't care. But if I'm trying to pick up somebody, I'm gonna clean it up. But nowadays, it's like, no, you gotta accept, you're shaming me if you don't accept my like nasty ass, ungroomed beard. I would never say that. But when it comes to being fat, it's like, oh, you're there's something wrong with you because you don't accept me. Want to have my gut hang out. It's like, nah, I just don't think it's sexy. I can't really control what my brain says is turned on. But that it just screams unhealthy. And it's like it's a mood killer. I don't know. So now I'm gonna play this video. Oh, she ran or hopped.
The reason I am here is because I feel like in the past, fat has been such like a derogatory term, and like we've been so like ridiculed for the way we look. It's almost like I want to take that word back and make it a positive thing. Like, oh, someone called me fat, so negative, and be like, yes, I am. You know what I mean? Just like change the way we think of it.
A lot of words that should offend me don't. I think it's because I'm just kind of like, I don't even need the word to know your intention.
Exactly.
So I know
You notice the two dudes that they brought on here are some feminine ass dudes. They couldn't bring no fucking straight dudes that are plus size. I think because I already know their answers. They're not gonna give a damn. Like, I don't care. They're just always gonna probably just stay in the middle.
your intention, and if you're using it to like hurt me, I don't care what word you use. I care that you wanted to hurt me. I just don't look at like a word like that as being like.
You don't want to give it power.
No, I don't want to give it weight.
Yeah.
Being plus size is a choice. 3, 2,
Hold on. Of course, this is a choice. I want to see what the hell they choose.
go.
I'm only standing on this one and not strongly disagree because some people do like try to be plus size. Like there's like lots of people in the gay community that are called like eaters and feeders. So people do try to be bigger, but I mean, I don't think it's necessarily a choice.
And
so.
see, this dude's wearing his freaking a see-through shirt. Ain't nobody trying to see that, you know? At least, like, I'm not trying to see that, you know?
That's the reason why I'm not strongly disagreeing.
You hit the one head, yes, I feel that.
I lost 60 pounds in 6 months.
And it's not just because of the dude. If he was a big girl wearing that see-through shirt like this, I ain't trying to see your fat all hang down your side. That's why I brought up that big girl that has a crop top. Like, I'm not trying to see your stretch marks and your gut hang out. And it's just, it's kind of like I gotta eat food later on, you know.
Everyone was so happy for me. I hated myself. I hated the way I looked. I hated why I exercised and things like that. And so I made a conscious decision of my parents are not going to be supportive.
Oh, you know, she gets ridiculed being Asian and big. She stands out in that community because they're generally like super thin.
Or maybe they won't like it. My community, the Korean community, is going to be really disappointed that there's a fat Korean walking around.
What'd I just say? I've been to Korea. I know how they are. They're really thin.
Around the world. But it was a choice for me to say, well, I don't want to work out 8 hours a day every day and hate what I look like to be skinnier. So I'm going to let myself eat more than a quarter cup of white rice today.
I disagree because I believe in society, especially in America, we have this idea that, oh yeah, all fat people ate themselves that way. That they just sit at home and they're lazy and they don't do anything and they ate themselves that way. But they don't take into account people who have a disease. They don't take into account people
who have a thyroid condition. Let me see if she says that.
Work out. And their body is just built that way. So there are all of these other factors that the average person who's judging people don't take into account. And they just look at someone and they say, oh, you're fat and you're not doing anything about it.
But I also want to throw out there, like, it is possible that people have...
I'm gonna say it is a choice. And if that's what you want to be, you know, hey, look, man, it's your life. You live it the way you want to be. If you want to be fat, be fat. If you want to be skinny, be skinny. But I don't want to hear this nonsense that, hey, man, I can't do anything about it. Like I have that no excuse mentality. If you want to be thin, you can be thin. You know, it's a lot of work. You know, maybe surgery, maybe a personal trainer, or you know what, maybe ultimate like extreme levels. So I don't want to say that this is the only life I can live. You can change it up if you really want to. You know, and again, not fat shaming. If you want to be fat. But I don't want to see. Not just your naked body, like when out in public, I don't want to see it, you know. And what about like thin girls? Like if a thin girl's wearing like a crop top, yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but it just doesn't disgust me, you know. It doesn't look. It looks sexy, You know, especially if a really nice thin looking girl is wearing a nice, you know, revealing outfit. I don't know. It does look sexy to an extent. You know, I did have this one instance where even though it does look sexy, I still don't want to just watch a naked chick out in public. And I'll give you this. I went out on a date with this girl, and we went to the some like a theater type of play. And before, I took her and her kids out to eat, and so far so good. You know, we're gonna go out to eat for dinner, and then we're gonna drop off the kids and go to the show. And while we're at the eating dinner, she decided to breastfeed her 2 kids, and these kids are like 3 years old. You know, just they're walking around, and she just whips it out right there. You know, started breastfeeding one and then the other one, and I was like, you know what? I don't want to see that. Even though again, the girl was thin, you know, sexy looking. But I think there's a time and a place for everything, especially for nudity. And I didn't think that was the place, especially like a public restaurant. And this is our first date. It was just kind of a weird thing.
Eating themselves to that point, but then you look at like, why did that happen? Like there's trauma, there's rough coping mechanism.
Also, it was just weird. She was breastfeeding some old ass kids.
There's so many different things that can lead to somebody resorting to that. And
going back to the breastfeeding thing, if it was a baby or something, all right, whatever. You know, it's a baby. The baby's hungry. You don't believe in the bottle, or you don't have a bottle. Understandable. But a little grown ass kid, the kid had his own plate on the table. You know, sorry. Going back to the video.
then eating themselves into this situation, because I know that's what happened to me. I didn't choose it, but it happened.
I've been criticized for my size.
Of course.
3, 2,
All of them. All of them.
Come on, everyone.
When I first went back to Korea, which is like the country of my parents, and like it was amazing for me, and I was like, wow, I look like everyone else, right? Like, this is my home country. This is supposed to be my place. It's not my place because I'm fat. And so walking down the street, people are like, do you know how easy it is for you to get liposuction here? They won't even scar because they can do it pretty for an Asian person or whatever.
my God.
I had family said, you know what, we'll
Damn, now I know.
fix your ears, we'll fix your nose, we'll fix your eyes, your lips, and all your fat. And that is just, it's mind-boggling to me that you would even think to offer that or think that I dislike my body. And I think that's also the thing. The critique comes from this.
Well, it's because the majority of people, I would say, don't want to be fat. So I mean, I would argue that that's why, because they weren't trying to be mean. They just, especially in Korea, when the majority of people are skinny, they might think that you're struggling with it. You know, it comes from a nice place. They weren't trying to be mean with it.
This idea of you must hate how you look, so let me help you.
I think everyone in this entire room has been criticized for their body. Like, it doesn't really matter what size you are. You could be the skinniest girl in the world. You're going to be called like a fat bitch. Like, if you think that this is like exempt from you because we're bigger or we have different body types, like, no. We've all been shaped for our bodies.
People feel that they have the right to come up to you and impose their views onto you about your personal body. The fact that I have...
See, right there I would agree. Like, yeah, I wouldn't go up to a fat person and tell them, hey man, or tell them my point of view. I'm saying my point of view here, like, you have the right to click on it or not. But yeah, I wouldn't tell a person in real life, whatever the life's choices are, hey man, I disagree with your life decisions. Because I'm the point of your life, you live it however the hell you want it to. And I'm gonna live my life the way I want it to, you know?
rolls on my belly and big thighs doesn't make me any less of a human being. My body is not for you. I didn't ask you. That's it.
I want to lose weight. 3, 2, 1.
That chick looked like she kind of did want a little bit. Ooh, I read it correctly. I knew she wanted to lose a little bit of weight. I can read it in her eyes.
The reason like I hesitated so much is because I will love the way I look no matter what. At the same time, like if I like was to keep dancing and keep going to the gym and all this, and then I just like happened to lose weight, like I'd also be like, cool, I'll just love myself no matter what. It's pretty much what I'm saying.
Oh, bye.
No, so
See ya.
I want to be here because this is like the work that I do, and I feel like doing this is gonna like make. It's like being here. Someone's gonna say something to me and be like, "Oh, like you aren't for body positivity, you aren't for activism, you aren't for liberation." But let this. But that's nothing to do with anybody else besides me. I think like if I say this and I'm not being honest with myself and saying like, you know what, sometimes I do think about losing weight because I do, and like everyone does.
Because there's privileges when you're smaller. So it's like, it's natural to think, I want to be smaller because there's so many more options for me if I'm smaller. But I don't want to lose weight.
Skinny people get more privileges.
Oh, hell yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
That, you know, that he just said it in the last. I'm gonna say this, yeah, man. Of course, man. I talked about it in one of my last videos about how if you're beautiful, life is way better. You'll get more job promotions, you know, or everything, just more dating, more everything. And yeah, man, if you're fit or thin, life's way better.
For me, since I am a dancer, it is the most annoying thing. Like I go to auditions and I'm the only like plus size person there, and literally if you go to a concert and see an artist, you will like never see someone that looks like me dancing back up for like Chris Brown. All they care about is, you know, oh, sex sells, and you know,
Yep.
plus size isn't sexy, which it is obviously, but
No. See, that's what my disagreement is. It can be for some people, but I would argue for the majority of people it's not. At least, it's definitely not in my case. 100% it's not in my case. Again, you answered the comment. Is it for you? Is plus size sexy? I'm gonna say plus size is not sexy.
they can't get that, you know, out of their head that skinny is like the like top tier of like life.
So what kept you though from on the strongly agree?
I don't really know. I just felt like it was like it's like a big choice.
The world is created with smaller bodies in mind. Like everything we experience, when you sit in a folding chair, when you go on an airplane, when you go to the movie theater, and the unfortunate truth is our population is not that small. So just like organically speaking, smaller people have bigger privileges because the world's designed like for them.
I had to quit a whole career because of my size. Like, I got my first degree in musical theater performance. I was ready to go to Broadway. And then through college, I gained 65 pounds. And not only did I watch my professors lose interest in me, but I watched casting people lose interest in me. And that's how I ended up in education, because I want to teach that that's not okay. You can play any role because that's what's best.
No, see, that's the thing, and I hate to say it, it's, you know, yeah, sex sells, you know, and I don't hate the, you know, I'm just saying that that's the game we live in, you know, and if you understand it, then how are you gonna play this game, you know? If I want to be an actor, like really bad, I gotta know what does Hollywood find sexy, and I have to be that way. Or if you want to be an actress, you gotta look how the top A-listers look, because that's what they want, you know. It's what puts what do you call asses in seats. And I'm just saying this is the game. Is it fair? I mean, who knows, man? But it's what sells. It's what makes money. And that's probably why she didn't get a career in that, because they're like, hey man, we're trying to sell tickets and you're not gonna sell tickets. And it's nothing personal, but we're here to make money. And again, I don't knock it. I know the game. Everybody's trying to make money, you know.
To me is that we're in an age where in theater we can suspend our disbelief that like animals can talk and things like that, but we can't accept that a plus size person could have somebody fall in love with them unless it's Hairspray. Like that's the only story.
Nah, it happened for plus size dudes. Like Kevin James, he's always playing a love interest. You got to be a funny dude though. It's like if you're gonna be fat as a guy in a it's also like a rom-com or something, and society has 100% accepts that. It's believable too, because I've seen most fat guys who have girls are usually like some funny fat dude. You know, you don't want to be a pissed off fat dude. Just piss the whole world off. You want to be comical, acceptance, got something going for you. Otherwise, nobody wants to talk to you. That charisma helps.
And that's infuriating.
I love my body. 3, 2, 1, go.
See, that black girl, she was all over the place. I think she really does want to be thin. She's not happy.
I love my body, but it took a lot of time to get there. When I graduated college and I was in like the biggest place that I've ever been, I was in a depression that I can't even like begin to explain about it. And then when I went off to grad school, I was like, something has to change. New city, new me. And so I got up every morning and I looked in the mirror and I was like, what can I like about myself today? And I learned how to just love every little part of me because it is mine. It belongs to me. And if I don't love it, who is going to?
So what keeps you there?
That it took so much time to get there.
And being plus size, I don't love it, I don't hate it, it's here for me and it's got me this far. It's sabotaged me in a lot of ways, and that's its own journey. I just think for like a lot of like younger folks, like when I was your age or younger, people said either hate your body or love your body. I wasn't either way, and I was in the middle, and so you feel so stuck, and so you feel so alone. And it's this idea of it's okay if you don't love your body, it's okay if you're not obsessed with it, just be kind to yourself, and that's good enough. If you can be kind to your best friend, you can be kind to yourself, and so that is why I'm here.
Every morning I'll wake up and I will like get out of bed and I'll look in the mirror and I will really just like I'll rub like my chest, like on my stomach, I'll like shake my ass, and, like touch my thighs, and like I want to like shower myself with love every day. And that's like really important to me, to give myself the time to be like, oh, I appreciate my body for what it does for me. Like, do I want to change? Sometimes, sure. Will it? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. But like in the day, like I will love it regardless because it is like a home for me and my soul.
See, I don't want to see this.
Good humans, thanks for sticking around.
Anybody try to see that fat jiggle? They put some two skinny ass Asians right there at the outro. Yeah, so what do you think, man? Plus size. Is it sexy? Is it not? I'm team it's not sexy. It's my preference. It's just part of it is how I was raised. Just watching Hollywood all around me, just watching fit actors and actresses. That's all that came in on the screen. So I was kind of conditioned, and I'm still stuck that way. Like I want to see fit people. When I'm on dating apps, I have a certain look that I kind of go for, and I don't know. It's hard to fight against it, and that's just my 2 cents. And I don't know. Let me know your thoughts.